Makenchi Critiques the Makenchi Dick Rides your favorite anime. Welcome to another double live reaction to Space Brothers episode 13, 14. Just want to say that, you know, when you live in times, right? When you live in that time, at that time in life where life throws you such fucking great material to take the piss out of, right? So lately, I've been thinking, I wish there was some raw fucking comedian that went in raw on the gaming industry, like a comedian that exists just to take the piss out of the shit that's going on in the gaming industry. I'm referring to Nintendo Labo, and this is a completely like not the right place for me to even be saying this. I don't know how much Nintendo or this shit means to you guys, Space Brothers fans, but that Nintendo Labo shit is the funniest crap ever. And trust Nintendo to come out with that shit, man. I just thought I'd get that off my chest, man, because I just heard about that news. What fucking funny times we live in, man. Alright. Space Brothers episode 13. Come on. Nice. I like this. I like the simulation, these exercises they're going through. Da, da, da. Good luck, charm. My bullshit's more than that. It's tracking. Good luck, charm. Yeah, exactly. Why treat them like kids? This is a good luck charm. Heart monitor. BP. Stress levels. Look at that advanced tech, man. First name. I put it like my name. Your mind's distracted, fam. Yeah. Onicha. What cock block that is? Calling Big Brother. Seven words dudes don't want to hear. I think of you as a brother. 7 words no motherfucker wants to hear, man. I'm wondering if a fucking dude, if ever the shoe's been on the other foot, and there's a dude going, I don't see you that way, man. I think of you as a sister, man. I hope that will be the case, man. Let's bring some equality back to these equations, man. It's so good. I also think about the fact that women have always outnumbered men, right? As a species, women have always outnumbered men, but why has it never been the case that we live in a women-dominated world, right? Like a reality where it's dominated by women. It's not because women don't outnumber us. They have the numbers, but I think people need to accept there's a fundamental difference, right? Maybe not so big, but there is a fundamental difference, right? I mean, it's never been on the other foot. It's not been men being oppressed and by women and that kind of thing. Maybe we're moving towards that age, but it's never ever been the case in the history of man that women have exerted their dominance, exerted their power to these perceived, you know. It's because men have allowed shit to happen, right? Why is that? Because there's fundamental differences in strength, right? The force and the strength. 3D ant. Disqualified. That's got to be part of the test as well. Part of the test. It's getting psychological now, this show. For the sake of drama, it's getting psychological. I'm sure in real life, these tests are just more, you know, straightforward. Oh wow. Damn. Nice. Their maths is good. I wouldn't be able to get that. People incorrectly think that accountants have to be great at maths. That's not the case. Accountants got to be good at other things, right? It's a more holistic thing than people think. Mathematicians like that remember fucking like answer it instantly, man, like that. How the fuck can someone get that by heart, man? That's crazy. They probably have a method in there. Visualize. Ding dong. Yeah. Makes it sound like a game show. Air abacus. Yeah. That's something a genius would do, man. Air abacus. Like have an air abacus, like the mind palace, right? We keep a treasure trove of knowledge. It's like what they did in Sherlock, the BBC. Four questions. Fuck it, man. There's no way you can figure that out on abacus, man. At least not at the speed that he needed. Onija. Not only are they making him feel like he's the big brother of everyone, but the fact that he's old as well. I wonder who's gonna make it through, man. What the fuck is this? I guess the errors, the number of errors they're gonna test you for. For the eyes, yeah. What's he doing? Calm and deliberate. Mars. Mars Helsing. Yeah, I guess so. But they're gonna count the errors as well. It's not just gonna be you typing anything. They might as well just be mashing the keyboard and be calm in it. Shiokawa. Yeah. Space travel needs to show results. That's the problem. That's why you can't justify spending on money. What application has space travel done for us apart from war? But nuclear ballistic capability. No wonder we're not going to the moon again. That's why I think it's a waste, honestly. Either trying to look for life outside of our, planet, or going out into space. It just doesn't contribute anything to Earth. It's just there to satiate our curiosity. That's about it. When you think about it, like, no wonder there are so few astronauts. They know it contributes nothing. They just want to fulfill they want curiosity, basically. Wow. I don't know how compelling the argument you can make. What has space travel fundamentally contributed to Earth as we know it? Inequality in the rich and poor. What has it contributed to technology? Our technology is made for the sole purpose of going to space. The only applications, as I said, is nuclear ballistic capability. Sending a nuke as far fucking across the planet as you can. This is what it was, the Cold War, man. Russia and us competing on that field, right? And it's all towards war and shit. What if we find water on a planet, or we find a bug on another planet? It'll just do nothing for us. It's a dream, man, of the few. We haven't solved all the problems in that. Yeah. And okay, let's see. 1D and stone on the line. Who made up that rule? So it moves past over there. Okay. Where's this going? Okay, the third dimension. So they look upwards. Okay, okay. D and comes up and down. Climbs over the wall. We're not just climbing over a wall, we're going to a whole new world and leaving ours behind. So when you see something from a new perspective, new solution. But we can look at Earth from above. We're giving ourselves a new view of our problems on Earth. Maybe global warming. Maybe. Maybe global warming you can figure out. You can analyze our ozone layer, whatever it is. Maybe I can buy that argument, but I don't think it fundamentally solves the very real problems that humans have, man. And it's interesting. He says ants, right? Like to a god, we are like we're actually more than ants. We may be tiny, right? But we're not considered like ants. We're considered like flesh and blood human beings with feelings and all that shit. I understand the argument he's making. I just don't believe it, and I don't believe humans will ever populate space. I'm willing to write that bet down, and I'm going to give it to you guys. You write it down, and you pass it down to your grandkids, and I'm going to pass it down to my grandkids, and then they're going to fucking compare 50, 60 years from now, man. If I have grandkids. And we'll see who wins that bet, man. 2D ant world. I understand the argument that guy made. It's not just to go to distant space, but look at our Earth, right? I don't feel it's contributing anything. For the cost, the money that we put into space travel, it hasn't reaped any tangible benefits. Critical society. There are very few arguments you can come up with, which is why it's so similar. How can you make that argument when a lot of your guys' dreams is almost a selfish one? Think about it. A lot of their dreams are almost selfish. They didn't get into this to improve the world, right? It was for. I don't mean to be selfish in derogatory terms. It's just. Some might say he's antisocial. Buckminster Fuller. Stated. Gaia. That's what Final Fantasy uses to call Terra Gaia. Oh my god, don't quote Dawkins. That guy's a cunt. Self-replicate. Yeah. I don't agree with the spaceship analogy. Cancer cells. Germ cells. There's a possibility any of us. The cancer cell they destroy. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't believe in the humanity being a parasite and shit like that. But I guess it's because I'm a creationist, right? He's one of those. He's one of those. It's interesting. Like it's interesting the arguments he made. Earth genes. We're definitely not a spaceship, man. We're not moving anywhere. Discussion, yeah. You have to understand, these guys have individual reasons, like self-serving reasons to go to space. Yeah. Why can't it simply be because it would be fun to see new things? Why can't it simply be that answer? Imagine we were Pangea, right? Imagine we were the one landmass that we used to be on Earth, and one dictator fucking rose up, he would have been able to kill everyone on the fucking planet, because there would be nowhere for us to go. It would just be sea all around us, and he would spread. I think either through chance or whatever you want to call it, that the landmass started to break apart. It was for our benefit. Honestly, it was for our benefit. Otherwise, Hitler would have rose up and just wiped everyone off that fucking thing. Now, have been difficult to travel, right? And the time it takes, we see our enemies coming, right? I think division has its kind of merits, man. 3D ad story. No, a 2D hardline is a bit fucking too simple. It's such a simplification, man. To outer space. Maybe she's bothered about solving the problems here, about inequality, man. Instead of spending billions on space travel. More accessible view. It won't work. Reminds me of the argument Interstellar made in some of its dialogue. We're not supposed to be caretakers of this earth, right? If we're genes, why aren't we supposed to be caretakers of this earth? You know what I mean? First Japanese person. What if we're like moths to the flame? What if that's the case? Like a moth goes to the fucking flame, right? That us going to space is like that. If we're germs, right? It's not that I don't believe, right? And a lot of things people thought unbelievable back then have come to pass, like aeroplanes in the sky, right? I don't think the space thing will ever be anything, man, for us. We're not going to be popular in the stars, man. There's nowhere in our solar system more perfect for us than Earth. I mean, look at the chance of that, right? So that's why, man, like, I don't see ourselves... I don't even see us terraforming anything. It's such a wicked dream, man. Like, the dream's always good to have a dream, man. To strive for it. It forces us to better ourselves, discover new technologies. I like it, right? It's a good dream to chase, right? And at the same time, let's see what it can improve on us. But we need to get our money's worth out of the money that's been thrown at space travel. What have we got out of it, right? Mars, man. Alright, we're going to the next episode. Really thought-provoking show, man. It makes you think, because I never thought that we wouldn't populate the stars until recently. I never thought that until very, very recently. I think in the last few years. I actually thought really fucking hard about what space travel, you know, the budget and all the money we thrown at it has actually accomplished, right? And I then I read up on like Cold War stuff and what that was all about, right? And why it was such a driving force, like, during the Cold War. And why now we don't really go to the moon. We're content with just sending probes to other planets, or, you know, that kind of thing, and get satellite footage and feedback, and we're content with that, right? We don't really speak really emphatically about where we're really going to get there, man. We're going to get into space. We might get a space station that floats near our Earth, right? We might get that, like a space station of people up there trying to see how it feels like to live up there, right? Something like that. Or something like an Elysium. We may get something like an Elysium. But we're not going to be populating other planets. I'm certain of that. I'm not even qualified to say it, but I'm certain in my gut that we won't be populating stars. Like, Let's go to really fucking thought provoking. This is especially these episodes. What do we do? All right, Space Brothers episode 14. Come on. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. We're so frail as well, man. And we can't stop. Oh wow, we can't stop trying to improve our own world. You know, we got to improve our own world before we start bringing that shit somewhere else. What is this? Whoever laughs first. This guy's too chill. Pudding. Custard pudding. So hey, look how tiny that pudding is, man. You couldn't feed an African kid with that. Silky custard pudding. Yeah. This guy's even he can't resist. Lethal weapon, yeah. For goodness jokes. Yeah, man. It's lost the integrity, man. 54-year-old. Maybe we get some development in it. A new intro. A new intro. Nice. New intro. Good time for a new opening. How many intros does this guy have? 3? Wow. See the switch? There's the same people looking up to the skies, man. Looking at the eclipse this time. Nice. This, I've seen this scene in Zessef's top. That made me want to watch it. He had this scene in his top 60 video. I thought, this looks fucking interesting. I definitely want to check this out. Yeah, that. Awesome. Awesome. 14 years ago. Broken glasses in the sole of the foot. Oh, we're seeing the old timer's backstory. Act like a father. No, what the fuck you saying? Father can choose to act like a father when he fucking wants, man. He can make amends, man. Better than not fucking trying to be a dad. I'm sure she'll be impressed. Shit. Oh shit. Basically done, man. Fucking hell. So, call your daughter calling someone else daddy. Fuck. that is another, those words you don't want to hear. That's another group of words. Fucking hell. How long has he carried this? Where does life get to? What the fuck is... Look out. What the fuck is this kid doing, man? Personality. Rah. Oh, looks like Hironobu Sakaguchi, man. More intelligent, less active. Typing test. Only get worse, really? God, this is gonna stress him out. You should look where you're going, fam. Yeah, this is gonna affect his tests. Ground control to Major Tom, man. Yeah, look at that, his vision, man. That's not fair. If someone decides, you know what, I need to reach out, man, and get this guy help, that might be good. You're supposed to help your fucking crewmates out. You can't have one that's fucking not able to do his job, man, because that everything falls apart then. Shit. Yeah, but that's only this one. This guy's not a team player, man. He definitely feels like he's on the track to failing everything. They're thinking more about the mission and the how much the competency of everyone, right? In this was just thinking about stuff like apologies and pride and not my fault. And he's not thinking about the bigger picture like the kid, man. I cannot show my age. Eyesight, memory, wow, man. You can't though, man. You can't match them young'uns. I know some old timers can, but not everyone. Younger than I am if necessary. Unless he pulls a fucking Bruce Wayne, man. With them gadgets. Old Bruce Wayne was beating up fucking young guys, fucking middle-aged guys. This reminds me of Gattaca, where Ethan Hawke's character was trying to keep up with all the elites, right? At peak physical health. He just had to match them. Conversational English. That's what I ask. When will space travel pay off, man? Mad Rocket and Fellow. Look how hard he's tried. He's kept trying though. Look at that, even back then, man. You haven't accomplished a single thing. It's a job, man. Alright, don't make us sound like that, man. This guy can still get like money, make bank, right, doing what he does. How old will he be? Shit. Shit. 14 years. He was a younger man back then, man. 40. That's just even worse. He was willing to keep doing this whilst she called someone else dad. I think there's an issue there, man. Look, I respect the guy that he kept at it. But if he doesn't get this, everything will be for nothing, man. That's why they almost like they want us to want to root for him. When the Man Rocket is done. How can you walk out on your door like that? I could never do that, man. I could never fucking sell my fucking life to my job and just... Man, people fucking know, man. But I don't disrespect him. He didn't stop. Oh, well. Shit. How could he have kept that promise in 14 years? Shit, man. That guy, I think this guy, I didn't keep a single promise I made. I swear to God, man. I think this guy made a mistake. Of all the guys that made a mistake, this guy. I know they want to say that, look, space travel isn't necessarily a young man's game, man. It can be any man's game. I just wanted... my dream, my best ever. It's a very selfish... This shows you. You know how I said last episode, it's a very self-serving, selfish dream. It is a very selfish dream. It was all about him and his dream. You know, to hell with the daughter and meeting him. Imagine how much that's damaged his relations. I guess you have to be selfish. You have to be selfish when you're doing a job like this. It's a really interesting exploration this show is into this mindset. The mindset of people who would want to become this. Look at that resolve in his eyes, man. Leave it all behind, man. My dream hasn't aged a day. He has, but his dream hasn't aged a day. That is such a line. Such a line, man. Such a line. My dream hasn't aged a day. That is awesome. The sole of my foot. Yeah, now he's feeling bad about it. No? What the fuck you on about? Okay, so they have certain parameters that they're looking for, like... Emphasize the sun. Oh wow, that's that, huh? Pressure. The pressure is what they're testing for. How these guys work under pressure. Under pressure. Looking down at me. Who would make a better astronaut? They gotta pass the time somehow. They forget the test that the scientists are doing. They make testing themselves for random things. That is final selections. I'll be interested to see who this fucker makes. Furuya Yasushi. Maybe he has most in common with chimpanzees, man. Look at him. Small. Napoleon complex. Yep. Ito Serka. That rolls off the tongue, man. Even upside down. Good cook. You know what? I know it's as kind of sad as it sounds, and I know some people think it's so sexist to say it, right? But if a dude notices that a woman's a good cook, it's nothing wrong with that, man. It's a fucking compliment, man. Especially in this day and age where women just don't want to bother to cook for themselves. I cook for my fucking self, man. After mom passed away, I had to. Some mince and all that, chicken and potatoes, herbs, spices, fucking chopping up garlic, fucking ginger, all that shit, man. Exude calm. Oh my god, he's one of those metrosexuals. Rocket development. Stubborn hair. That's always the case, man, at a certain age. Clearly he knows that the scientists know that his glasses are broken. Right? Like, wouldn't you expect them to give him a replacement? Like, it's just weird, right? Because he knows deep down they're gonna realize that. Chimpanzee. Paper lost to rock. Less energy because you don't need to twist your wrist. Yeah, son. Damn, more time, man. Keeps on ticking. Salt. Rub the salt. Yeah. Biggest test will be how this guy responds. Yeah, have an unfair advantage over someone because of what he did. He don't think he's a disadvantage. What? I mean, when he was developing rockets. Yeah, but that's nothing got to do with becoming an astronaut. Now, come on. What's the judges got to do with it, man? That's a big assumption. Well, you can say the same about him. What are you on about? Little Seneca, voice of reason. Oh, nice. Okay, we get to hear some of the conversations that they never had, that we never saw. Quit his job. Shit. Yeah, he did sacrifice a lot. Shit. I think the best development will come for this guy. For Yusa, for Yudo. They need to use their names more so I can fucking remember them. This guy's development will be interesting. Oh shit, scene of the crime. That's a good test, and he actually passed, I guess. But the teammates have to look out for their team members, right? When they might not say something, but if you notice something, you do something. The camera was right there as well, so they know exactly what happened. Chase it away. I guess chase the feeling of guilt, right? I like what he said there. Just that was nipping away at him. That was brilliant. I like that. That was fucking brilliant, man. These characters are so likable, man. Even the annoying characters are fucking lovable, man. What a great fucking show this is, man. With that new intro, man, this new fucking it's reinvigorated the show. Alright, people, thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think of that? I brought up a lot of stuff in that video, particularly in the first episode about space travel. What do you guys think? I want to ask you guys that, because that is one of the biggest questions which I've got no excuse to really talk about on this channel because it's anime, right? But the only excuse I've ever had to talk about is to this about, do you think in fucking 100 years or 200 years there will be humans living on a colony, even if it's a small one, on another fucking planet that isn't the moon? Moon's not a planet. On an actual another planet. It'd be interesting, man. I don't think so. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. People are hurting here, man. This generation's problems won't be solved in a generation, man. They'll be solved in. It's gonna take many generations. Like, our generation is already paying for the fucking generations of our fucking forefathers and shit. And the future generations are going to be paying for these generations' mistakes. I mean, look, Brexit, I was for, right? For reasons other than not fucking racially charged reasons or immigration reasons. Or it's just, you want to be sovereign, right? You want to be in charge of your own shit. You don't need Brussels fucking dictating what this country does, man. Our pound used to be strong, man. But still, man, Brexit's caused its own group of problems which future generations are going to have to pay for, man. I don't think we're making it to space. We got to sort our shit here, man. I thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Those details in the description box below. Click the icon at the bottom right to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.